All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, we have an amazing guest here, special guest. She's actually the first guest for me to interview, and not really interview, but just hop on the Zoom call, my TVs and movies group. We use this group pretty much to talk about TV shows and movies and things we watching. Things that you watch and why you watch them, and what's up with the shows and things of that nature. But we got Diamond. She was the newest member of my fitness group, but she done hopped over here tonight to let us know what she watching. You know what I'm saying? And she mentioned a movie that she said is very inspiring, something that has really inspired her, and it goes with her job. So let's dig into her mind a little bit. We're gonna see what this movie is and why it's so close and important to her. So how you doing, Don?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. I'm hyped to watch this movie. And I can't wait to watch it to where I can ask you more questions. But I want to kind of dive into it. Let's go ahead and get into it and get into why you so fond of this movie and why you recommending it to me. Like, why is it so near and dear to your heart? What's up with this movie? What's the name of it too?
It's called I Am Sam.
Mm,
It's basically um it's basically about this dude who has a mental disability and who has a little girl
mm,
and with this homeless lady.
mm,
And then he ends up like wanting to take care of his daughter, and he's been doing it since at birth.
mm.
And it starts to become a problem because the girl, she starts going to school and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And so basically they try to take her away from him because they think that, like, she's not gonna be able to be educated by
Wow.
him.
Mm,
And then he ends up, struggling getting an attorney and yada yada yada. But
yeah.
the end of the movie, he ends up like getting her back.
Mm, mm.
hmm
And
And
this is
then
his
he
daughter.
just, yeah, he puts in a lot of work. Like, this man even hired a whole like private attorney, I would say, that he
Wow.
couldn't even afford at first to, just get his daughter back.
Yeah.
And that was just, it was heartbreaking, but then at the
Mm,
same time, it aligns with the job that I'm doing now
yeah.
and the job that I am currently trying to do in the future, which is family attorney.
Okay. So that's why because you recommended this show to me, when we were talking on IG. And it was just it sounded like it was just a heavy recommendation for you. And I was like, man,
Mm-hmm.
why she pushing this movie? But like I am saying, I was like, I ain't never heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
and is it a widely known movie? Like, is this movie popular?
I don't think so. I watched it
Mm,
when I was taking family developmental, I think, in high
nice.
school. I forgot what
Nice.
the class was called, and
Mhm.
it was just so interesting. So,
And so is this movie what made you go into what you're doing now today?
yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, a movie made you go into your career today.
And then also like family law, studying family law. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So can you relate to this in terms of your own family? Like, have you had family members or people in your family that's kind of gone through what the movie, goes through as well?
Um, I had two situations where that happened to a
Mm,
family member. So that's
mm,
why I can like relate to that movie.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
So
exactly. That's what's up. That's dope. Do you feel like when you're watching a movie, you always tie yourself into the main, like the characters, and you always try to see yourself in the movie? Is that something that you
yeah.
always do?
hmm
Why you do that? Why do you think you?
Honestly, for me, when I'm
Mm,
watching a movie, I can basically relate to it because it's either one, it happened to me, or
mm,
two, it happened to somebody that I know that I am really
mm,
close to. So,
mm.
yeah.
And you kind of picture yourself in it, so that makes you
hmm
that makes you enjoy the movie more by putting yourself or other people's situations in the movie while you're watching it.
Yeah. Yep.
I love that. I love that. Is this I Am Sam movie a movie that I guess in some sense you think can kind of influence the way people, I guess, look at people who do these type of jobs? Because again, your job is you said VSP,
DF yeah, DSP.
DSP,
Wait, yeah, DSP. Yep.
DSP. Can you explain the job a little bit? Because I wanted to correlate it with the movie. But what do you do exactly?
So basically, I'm a home nurse.
Mm,
That's the technical words
mm-hmm,
for it.
mm-hmm.
And then I basically like take care of people with mental health. Like I take them out into the community. I cook for them, just depends on their needs and their wants and, you know.
Mm.
So basically I prepare them for the real world, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Wow, I mean, you just told me a little bit about it, but I didn't know you were doing that. So you cooking, you cleaning,
Hmm.
you're are you like taking you taking them showers, you're giving them showers, you're doing all that?
It just depends on the person's needs.
Okay.
Sometimes like you get people who really like need the assistant, so you
Yeah.
you have to give them a shower, you have to feed them, you have
Mm,
basically it's like a nurse, but you
yeah.
do it inside their home instead of in the hospital. So
Wow.
that's yeah.
Wow. So you're pretty much a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
crazy. That's crazy. And it takes a when it come to people like y'all, it takes a certain type of people. Like y'all special because that takes
Mm-hmm.
patience. That takes patience.
It sure do.
It does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how do you deal with, I guess, the emotional baggage that could come with that? Because again, this is actually tying into because you said it deals with patients with mental health. This is tying into
Mm-hmm.
what we're doing tomorrow, which is the mental
Yeah.
health call. And
Mm-hmm.
somebody on this call starting a new podcast. Let's go. Seriously, I'm for real. It ties in, so it makes more sense
It
why you
does.
it ties into it. So how do you deal with the mental health um problems you come across, you know what I'm saying? While at the same time even probably trying to make sure your mental health stays healthy. How do you deal with all that?
Um, Honestly, you just have to build relationship and trust. And
Mm,
it takes a long time. Like
yeah,
it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of like patience, like you said.
yeah.
And then on top of that, you get people who don't have families,
Mm,
you know, and it's
mm,
just like you have to build that trust in
wow.
order to, get to where you want to get to with them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Wow.
it's hard, but sometimes it can be rewarding. So
Mm.
yeah,
So in the movie, this Sam, he's the main character and he is the patient or he's the person that's dealing with the mental health issues and all that.
yeah, he is.
Okay.
Hmm.
Is anyone watching over him?
No, so he's very like basically he's very independent.
Wow.
But the thing is, he can't. How do I say this? Like he doesn't get things as quick as me and you would. Like you know
Mm,
what I mean? It
yeah.
takes him a long time to learn a task.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And then people are
Mm,
over here like thinking, oh, maybe if you have custody of your daughter,
yeah.
she's gonna be the same way. Where like it's like he's taking care of his daughter though. Like why does that matter?
Mm,
If she needs more assistance, you can like, get somebody down there to help her out
yeah.
instead of taking her away from him
Yeah.
and then separating families, which is it doesn't
Dang.
make sense.
That's so true. That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that just like this movie, the main character name is Sam. He has a daughter, and he's struggling with mental health. He doesn't get things as fast as we do. He's you know a bit on the need of needing what people would consider needing assistance, or
Mm-hmm.
some people would consider special, or some people would
Yeah.
consider terminology like that. Some people would use to describe people like that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but you're saying that you think that Sam should have custody. You think that Sam should you think that he has the right to fight for that custody for his child, even though he isn't all the way there.
Most definitely, because I think he
Mm,
did a better job than people who. actually are, you know,
Mm.
normal, I guess.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because like he's working at a cafe,
Mm.
and yeah, he's not making that much, but he's putting his daughter first, and
Mm.
he's doing a better job than somebody who actually, is
Yeah.
normal. So
Mm.
why take his daughter away from him, you know?
Mm.
And that happens with like a lot of,
Yeah.
I have to watch what I say, but you know what I'm saying?
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's just sad, but
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah. 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 Do you feel like there's a possibility that the child, like I'm not sure, again, I haven't seen the movie, but do you feel like the child does have maybe some chance of taking on what the parent has? Like Sam, for instance, do you feel like the daughter can end up being, slow to learn, or she could be hindered in terms of her mental development because her father isn't all the way there? Do you feel like the child or the kids could be impacted by a parent like that? Or do you feel like the kids can also still grow up and have a normal life even though their parents are mentally challenged?
Um, to be honest, like it can be a little bit of both.
Okay.
But then again,
Mm.
why not, like, if you feel like that's gonna happen, why not help them out?
Mm.
Why not give them like that little push that they need, instead of
Mm.
like again separating them.
Separating them. Yeah.
Yeah, like you know, she the little girl in the movie, she was actually like she's super smart, but the thing
Mm.
was she will act like she's dumb because she didn't want her dad to, feel different.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like
Really?
she
Whoa.
didn't want her dad to feel different. So like whenever she's reading a bedtime story, she will act like, she don't know the words or she don't know
Wow.
what she's talking about.
Mm.
And it's like, no, her dad will tell her like it is okay, you're okay. Like you're fine.
Mm.
You're not making me feel any type of way. So
Mm.
yeah.
So she's conscious of her father being like this, and so she's trying to, like you said, dumb down the way she is, or what she knows
Mm-hmm.
to, in a sense, not, I guess, make him feel like he is special or mentally challenged.
Yeah. Yep.
That is crazy. How old is she in the movie?
I think she's 5.
She's 5?
Yeah, she's 5, I think.
Dang. Oh, I gotta
Yeah.
see this. Yeah, I gotta see
It's
this.
really interesting if you like sit there and watch it.
That's super
Yeah.
interesting. Like, you know what I'm saying? And again, for you to have a parent like that, I guess in some sense she probably had to grow up faster in the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Do you feel like her character kind of grows up a lot faster in the movie? Like
hmm
she seems older than 5. Does it seem like
Yep.
that?
hmm
Mm, that is that's amazing. I think a dynamic like that between a child and their parent is very, very, like you said, important.
Yeah.
And I think to separate them, going back to the separation, what do you think that does to a child when
It
they're
does a
separated?
lot.
Hmm.
It does a lot because when they put her in a foster care, they
Mm,
placed her in a family where I guess the couple they were rich. And then she didn't like that. The little girl didn't like that.
mm,
And then she realized that, what her dad was doing for her was worth than whatever life that they wanted her to live. So it's just
So they took her away for a minute and put,
they did for a minute,
dang.
and yeah, it's just you gonna cry.
Yeah,
But
you see how I'm already intense. I'm like, hold on, now,
yeah,
like
like
that is, I'm trying to watch the movie through you, but
and
that's
mind you, like this little girl wasn't even getting abused. Like she wasn't even getting abused at all.
wow.
It was just the fact that like they thought she needed another family and stuff. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. That I completely agree with you. I think that if the parent can do all the basic things, but it take longer, just that it takes
hmm
a little longer for them to get it. Yeah, why separate? Because like you said, that can do generational damage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
then separated from her father. She didn't, pass that on to her children, and then her children. So yeah, to take him away, and then like you said, to put him in the home with other strangers who you don't know if they're gonna take care of him or
Mm-hmm.
not. No matter if they're rich, you can be have money
Right.
and still neglect children.
Yeah.
What did the little girl not like about being with the rich family? What did she not like about it?
I guess she just didn't like the fact that she, was away from her father.
Mm,
Like they
mm,
built that relationship. That little girl already built that relationship and that,
mm,
that trust. And she already like from the point on to where they like the day that she was born until they took
yeah.
her away, she already like got used to it. She already got used to
Mm,
all the things that, and she understood it like as young child that her dad was different.
yeah.
Okay, but yeah.
Nah, you good. You all good. Yeah, yeah. That's dope. That's super dope. Man, I'm trying not to go too deep because I don't want you to spoil it for me. Because I'm like, man, I want to see this. Like I really want to see this. Um, I think that it's a dope experience. I think it has a dope concept behind it, and
Mhm.
I love the stuff you've already said. I think this is super dope. I'll ask you one more question. With the movie, what would be one point or maybe one perspective you would want someone who's going to see it to look at? Like maybe it's that one thing where it's like, watch this or look at this or think about this when you're watching it. What would be that one thing you would tell somebody to do when they go see it, or even me when I'm about to watch it? What should I look out for?
I would say like, well, that's a good question. What would you do if you were in his position? Like
Mm,
as a parent, if
that's
somebody,
good.
took your child away from you that you've been raising since birth, you know, like, and you did everything in your power to prove to them that, hey, I could do this. It might take me longer, but I can
Mm-hmm.
do it. And it's like, no, just because you're different, you know.
Mm,
So
mm.
put yourself in that main character's shoes.
Damn, man, you sound like a movie director. Yeah, look, look,
I
damn.
mean, I studied it in what you call it in high school, and then my
Wow.
freshman year until I got pregnant with my daughter, and then
Mm,
yeah. So
wow, that's dope. So you study that movie?
I mean, I was gonna be film director. That's what I went
What?
to college. Yes, that's I did too. But yeah, like I wanted to become a film director, and then something happened. Like something happened, and I just didn't want to do it.
This may
Yeah.
be a sign right here. Like maybe you need to start like for real. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I didn't even know you were going to be or you wanted to be but again, as I asked you questions, I was like, dang, she's breaking this down really well. And then that last question I asked you, you responded with a really good put yourself in his shoe. And that right there, that showed me,
Mhm.
yeah, you got a mind that is really good at analyzing shows or movies and then like you said being able to annotate or extract out of it what you see in your own life. So that right
Yeah.
there, that's an example of a really good like film director. I don't know, like you don't think that passion is still there, or like why do you think you just kind of went away from it?
Um, it's still there,
Okay.
but yeah, as first as money, and then
Yeah.
on top of that, it's like you know a lot of things. But
Mm. I think you
yeah.
need to start making TikToks and videos about movies. Like for real, maybe on your podcast. Maybe on your podcast. You see what I'm
Yeah, I've
saying?
I've been through a lot, so like I can relate. So yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you start talking about movies or something like that because this is dope. Bring film directors to you as your stuff gain traction and gain followers. People start looking to you for advice, and that could be a career that take off. Never
Yeah,
know.
maybe.
Never know. Yeah. Never know. Just don't forget your boy. Don't forget I told you. Don't forget I told you to do that. Don't forget I told you.
I
Don't
got
forget
you.
it. All right. All right. This was dope. It's super dope. I told you I wasn't gonna be too long. But I wanted to pick your brain a little bit. Thank you for allowing me to. This is gonna be great. I'm actually gonna probably start watching it maybe tonight. I'm gonna try to watch it and put myself in his shoes, like you said. And just break it on down. I'm gonna let you know how it goes for me and what things I'm seeing in it and whatnot. But I want to thank Diamond for hopping on y'all tonight. This is Diamond. She's again a member of my fitness group, but she also just hopped in today to share her perspective on a movie that she really holds dear to her, and that is I Am Sam. So go check it out. Make sure you follow Diamond as well. Diamond, where can they follow you?
Oh, I thought you was never gonna ask.
Yeah.
Let me look at my TikToks.
Let's go. Come on. Yeah, don't yeah, you can remember at first. Come on.
Right. So I got a TikTok. It is called Blessings Fitness 4.
There we go.
That's all about my fitness. And then IG is Diamond Marquise.
Okay.
And then Snapchat is also Diamond Marquise. So yeah, I can follow me there.
Let's go. Let's go, guys. Follow her. Give her a follow, man. Support her because she's just dope. All around dope, amazing energy. She gonna make you laugh. Absolutely hilarious, funny. She just, again, just an amazing, transparent person. She real. She real, y'all. Somebody that really, I think, is authentic, and it's really hard to find people like that these days. So give her a follow. Make sure that y'all also like the video, subscribe to the channel. Join my movies and TV shows group, man. You can do that through the link. I got a public and private group. With the private group, we actually take it a step further and we actually watch the shows in the group. So if you want to join that group, man, we could also be watching shows like I Am Sam, or movies like I Am Sam, as well as all these other things as well, man. But nonetheless, yeah, make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Diamond, don't hop off here. I'm just gonna stop the recording. But until next time, guys, peace.